Hi everyone. The goal of this video is simple. It is to load you up with enough information to understand the program requirements of a master's degree. By the end of this video, you will be able to visit the website of a particular university and understand the requirements for a master's degree very clearly. You will also be able to discuss the program details actively with your peers and your family. So far, we have covered many basic terminologies. Now let's go to a specific master's program's website and try to understand the requirements needed to actually get a master's degree. Before I go into the example, remember that there are still some additional things that you might need answers for. Maybe the program requirements have limited information, or there is still something that you do not understand. In those cases, you should look into the FAQ page for the program. Every master's program has a FAQ page, and if your question is not covered there and even online in general, the best bet is to reach out to the admissions department via the email to get your questions answered. Alright, having said that, let's now jump into the example now. We will understand the requirements for the UCLA MS Computer Science program. In this section, they're basically talking about the faculty advisor that helps you plan your master's degree. They will share the general paths followed by students term-wise, and they can also answer your questions about specific courses, including their requirements, their eligibility, etc. You can set up appointments with your advisor and/or connect with them over email whenever needed. They're basically your POC, that is your point of contact for your entire master's degree. In this section, they're basically mentioning a concentration is not required for this MS degree. Also note that it doesn't inform us if there is actually a concentration available for this MS program. Maybe it is available. So this is something that you would need to reach out to the admissions team before applying if you cannot find this information on the FAQ page. In this section, we're talking about course requirements and MS tracks that one can follow. For Plan 1, that is for thesis, as you can see, the first line is pretty straightforward. In the second line, it highlights 4 out of 7 courses must be 200 level courses, and that too from the CS department only, which is basically the advanced level course category at UCLA. And remember, we discussed this under the course types in the fundamentals video. 2 courses here are allotted for the thesis and they are worth 8 units, basically 8 credits. For remaining 3 out of 7 regular courses, you can either take these courses within the CS department, or you can take the advanced level courses in other related departments to computer science. Now for Plan 2, that is capstone, again the first line is pretty straightforward. In the second line, it highlights 5 out of 9 courses must be advanced CS courses. For remaining 4 courses, they can be either elective basic MSCS courses or advanced cross-department courses, just like in Plan 1. Now note that although this plan says capstone, this seems to be actually a coursework only plan. Individual courses will have a project component, but there's no specific project only course that needs to be taken like it was there for thesis. Maybe there is more information down. Let's see. Next section covers the undergraduate courses eligibility. It highlights which undergraduate courses can be counted towards your MS degree requirements. For breadth requirements, they're talking about something that is technically a part of admissions requirements. But for those folks who don't meet this criteria during admissions, UCLA offers this flexibility to complete the CS breadth by the 4th quarter of the MS program. Now, these are some additional courses that would need to be taken or just given exams for. This is especially important for students who did not take computer science in the undergraduate studies, because there's a good chance that they did not take one or more of these CS courses before. Apart from this, on Googling UCLA CS 201, I found it is a seminar course that basically would need to be taken additionally with a passing grade. It won't count towards your credit requirements though, but it's required for the program. Now this section is basically saying program does not require you to be a TA or do any kind of instruction during the program. Most master's programs don't have teaching experience requirements. Field experience is another name for internship. This program does not require you to do an internship. Some master's programs do. Some master's programs allow you to count your internship as a credited course, while some don't. Now, even though this plan does not require you to take a capstone project course requiring certain credits, this plan requires completion of an individual project. Now, would this project be graded? If yes, then how many credits would it be? All of that is unclear. Can it be a part of any CS course and be counted as a capstone project, or it needs to be a separate project? This is also unclear here. So we would need to look further under the FAQs or reach out to the department to understand this. For thesis plan details, this seems pretty straightforward to understand. Planning for thesis ideally should be started a year before your target MS completion date. This is a very important section. Here they have highlighted that UCLA MSCS program requires you to complete the MS within 7 quarters, and it can be completed within 5 quarters too. This shows how flexible some of these graduate programs are. Now, ADC here stands for actual time to completion as per my understanding. While you may be awarded this degree in the 6th quarter, you can actually complete your MS degree qualifications within 5 quarters. Now, what is the single biggest takeaway from this entire exercise of going through a particular program's website? Every university has their own way of expressing their program formats. That is why understanding the fundamentals is the key, and then one can easily relate to specific program information. And the second biggest takeaway is there will always be unknowns and questions that need answers. Just like we saw above regarding the capstone project, right? The consultants who people love to go to themselves have never done these degrees and never gone outside the US. They are the worst people to get suggestions from in these cases. You should reach out to the program department for questions, look through FAQs on the website, connect with people who are pursuing this program, and seek the grounded answers. And if you think there are some questions that can be useful to be aware of related to masters, shoot out an email to me as soon as possible. I will respond to you personally with the answers and also the resources, and also even update this course as soon as possible. My interest is for you to have grounded knowledge, which leads to your success. Now you might ask, why do we even need to go through so much specifics for a program before even getting started for the master's prep? It's for you to get the real idea of what it takes to pursue a master's degree. How intensive can the assignments be? How intensive can the projects be? You cannot just show up in the US and think, oh, I will take care of it in the US. It's also for you to be curious about the programs that you're going to pursue. You need to care about the program details. You have the time now to understand as much as you can, so that when the time comes and you're in the US, your awareness is second to none, and you are able to strategically and successfully complete your master's program. And it is especially crucial when it comes to writing essays and preparing application material to touch these specific areas that you're interested in, not just in a fake way using ChatGPT, but in a genuine way. Here is one quick example of how what you have read in the program details can be leveraged in your statement of purpose. From our example above, you can highlight your interest in the CS201 seminar course that is required to be taken for 3 quarters. You can mention that you're impressed by the eclectic and famous CS personalities that came in the past, and it will be a great way for you to learn and network. Now this shows the application reviewer, oh wow, this student knows what program he is applying for and has cared enough to look about the past personalities who have given seminars here. I will be covering all the fundamentals and a lot of insights regarding application preparation in the applications course for masters in the US. While we have covered many things for understanding the master's programs in the US, and this is good enough for you to get started for researching about the programs, another part of research is understanding what kind of scholarships and fundings are available for you. I cover that in the next video. I will see you there. Peace out.